Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are doing a good old-fashioned Sephora haul. I did buy some things from Sephora during their recent Spring Savings event. I've got to be honest with you guys and say I'm kind of regretting my purchase already, which, I mean, I haven't even tried anything out yet. We're going to open up my order together, but it's tax season. We actually just got done doing our taxes yesterday, and I'm suddenly feeling all this like financial questioning about my decisions with makeup. It's a battle in my head. I kind of feel like on Emperor's New Groove, how there's like the angel and the devil. That's kind of how I feel sometimes. There's like the side of me that says, it's fine, it's for your channel, you can't have too many eyeshadow palettes. And then there's the other side of me, the probably larger, more frugal part of me that's like, Mandy, seriously? Did you really need to buy this? I kind of feel like that frugal angel is always going to win over in the end, at least in my mind. So I'm going into this video today very, very critical of some of these makeup products that we're going to be trying out today. I am certain I'm not the only one that has regretted a makeup purchase or felt guilty about it afterwards. So there it is. This is now the longest intro ever. Before we get into the box of makeup, I want to give a special welcome to any of you that are new here. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you do, I hope that you'll consider subscribing. Also, make sure that notification bell is turned on if you'd like to be notified every time I upload a new video. And now let's get right into what I got from Sephora. All right, let's just dig right into what I picked up. So first off, a couple of things. I did pick up a couple of their like bonus rewards products. I used a couple of rewards points just on some Oribe hair products. I got a little tiny rollerball perfume from Nest. I've never tried this brand. I actually just smelled this before filming this video. It smells a little old lady-ish to me. We'll see once I put it on how it kind of dries down and smells. And that leads us to what I actually spent my money on. And this is mostly makeup. I do have one fragrance thing that we'll get to. Actually, let's just get that out of the way first. I picked up a large bottle of the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream Spray. This is their pistachio salted caramel spray that smells just like the body cream that everybody loves, including myself. I'm such a fan of that stuff, even though it's super pricey. This was actually not that expensive for how much product you get. Now, this is not like an eau de perfume. It's not going to last all day long, but I do have a smaller bottle of this that I really love. I find it lasts like half the day, so if I put it on for like a date night, it's going to last through a date. This is an 8-ounce bottle. I imagine this is going to last me quite a long time. I feel like I use my small bottle quite often, and I still have a good like 2/3 or 3/4 left. So excited to have that. If you guys haven't smelled this, head into a Sephora and smell the cream or the spray of this stuff. Oh, I love it. If you like sweet summery smells, you will love that scent. I did pick up a new primer, the Tarte Glotion. I've been talking about this one because I just actually today used the last tiny bit of this little sample that I got. I'm really loving this primer. It reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury, probably more as far as like the texture of it and how like creamy and smooth and hydrating and slightly glowy it is. More than any of the close dupes I've tried, this reminds me the most of the Charlotte Tilbury one. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, but I really love how this preps my skin for foundation. This does include 1.35 ounces. It's just in a little squeezy tube. I actually do already have that on. I put this one on underneath my foundation. I didn't get a new foundation or concealer, so I already have my foundation, my concealer, and my eyebrows done. Everything else I think I have covered inside this box. So I did pick up a full size of the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. Man, such cool packaging. I kind of hate to open up this bag. Where's the little like fruit snack little divot where it says tear here? I can't find it. I do have scissors here by my desk. I suppose I could just use the scissors. So here it is. I got a full size of the Fetish Eyes mascara. I really love this mascara. It's kind of pricey. I'm not one to usually spend $30 on a high-end mascara, but I like this one enough that I decided to pick it up. I think today I'm probably going to still use my mini because I don't want to open this quite yet. Just about out of my It Cosmetics mascara, so I want to give that one more month and then maybe break into this one. I also picked up a lip gloss. I got the Tower 28 Shine On Milky Lip Jelly Gloss. I picked up the shade Coconut. This had fantastic reviews on the Sephora website. I was looking at like lip products, and this was one of the ones that kind of was there at the very top. I decided to go with this kind of milky pink shade. Let's give it a little swatch on the back of my hand. We'll definitely be using this today. First off, how does it smell? A little bit sweet. It's not very strong. It's no like Fenty Beauty, Maybelline scent, but it smells subtly sweet. We'll see how it goes on. That's a really beautiful color. I would say it's like 50% sheer. We'll definitely be trying that out today. I did want to check one thing though. So this lip gloss has 0.13 ounces, which I find to be about standard. But as far as like the Fenty has 0.3 ounces, this stuff has a ton of product. So for the price, I think these are about the same price. This is going to have to really outperform the Fenty for me to like it more than the Fenty, but we're going to give it a chance today. I'm not going to judge it too prematurely. I also picked up this. This is the Nude Sticks Trio. This has 3 mini size products inside: a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight. It has Bohemian Rose, Bondi Bay, the bronzer, and the highlight is the shade Hey Honey. I'm gonna wait to swatch these till we get to the face products. And last but not least, this is the product that I'm kind of questioning myself on. This was a very thoughtless purchase. I kind of just started reading some reviews and decided to go for it, which normally when I'm spending more than $50 on an eyeshadow palette, I don't do that unless it's Natasha Denona, but I went with the NARS Summer Unrated palette. This is my first NARS eyeshadow palette. I heard a couple of good things from one of my last videos that I did about the NARS products and eyeshadows and decided to maybe try this one out. I'm going to be honest, you guys, I'm going to be super critical about this palette. If it does not just blow my mind, I don't know that I'm going to feel good about my purchase of this thing, but looking at it, it looks very pretty. So we're going to give it a chance. We're definitely going to use it today, obviously. I think the packaging is really pretty, but I'm going to be comparing this to some of my favorite high-end eyeshadow formulas. If it's not as good as those, I don't know if it's going to have my like ultimate seal of approval. I probably won't be able to make that determination today, but I'm just warning you guys, I'm going to be very critical of this eyeshadow palette today. All right, let's jump into the makeup and try everything on. So let's jump into the Nude Sticks products first. I will insert for you guys here a little close-up of the packaging. I love the Nude Sticks packaging. I think it's super cute how they come in this little tin. This is only my second purchase from Nude Sticks. I only have one other product from them, a full size of one of their blush and bronzer sticks in the shade Sunkissed. I love that product. These are obviously much, much smaller in size, but honestly, for how often I reach for my Sunkissed product, I think it's probably going to be okay that these are smaller in size. So here they are right here. Let's give them a little swatch, starting with the highlighter. This is the shade Hey Honey. It looks to be kind of a golden highlight shade. Hopefully it's not too deep for me. Ooh, that's really pretty actually. That's really pretty. Here's the blush. This is the shade Bohemian Rose. There it is right there. That looks really, really pretty. This actually reminds me of the shade of the Kosas 8th Muse blush. I love that shade. And then last but not least, the Bondi Bay. I know this has been raved about for years. I've yet to try it out. Hopefully. That looks to be a pretty good undertone. A little bit warm. Hopefully it doesn't go too orange on me. We're going to try that one out as well. So let's start with the bronzer. So I'm going to actually take this with my favorite cream bronzer brush. This might be a little tricky because it's kind of small on the top, but I'm hesitant to just draw it right on because normally I prefer putting on cream bronzers with a brush. So we're going to try it this way. Oh, that's quite pigmented. Oh. Ooh, I like that shade though. It's definitely warm. We'll see how it blends as I keep blending it. It's on the warm side, but not like overly orange so far. It's a very pretty warm bronzer. Okay, it is definitely warm, but I think it's really, really pretty. That blended out really quickly. I'm not sure how much I trimmed out, but honestly probably not much because that did not take long to blend that out at all. I really love how that went on with a brush. I'm going to put just a tiny bit more on the back of the brush. I'm going to use this just on my temples. I don't always like to do this with warmer bronzers because sometimes I feel like it can look a little unnatural. Hey, Ben.
Hi.
Hey, you came to play with Charlie?
I did.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have fun. That is gorgeous. I really love that shade of bronzer. I think especially in the summertime when I'm a little bit tan and have like a golden highlight on, a nice bronze smoky eye. I think this is gonna be perfect. But even now I think it looks pretty good on my more fair skin. Great formula, super easy to blend. Let's try out the blush. Again, this was the shade Bohemian Rose. So this one I'm gonna take on the back of this brush. It's the Alter Ego number 4. This is one of my favorite brushes to use for like cream blushes. I'm just kind of like swiping that. Be honest, this is not like the most user-friendly way to do this with the brush, but it worked fine with the bronzer in the end, and I just think brushes generally are just the way to go when it comes to cream or liquid products, especially the first time trying them out. I think swiping them on the skin first, you got to know exactly how much product to place down. Ooh, that's pretty color as well. Okay, that is beautiful. More pigmented than I initially was kind of planning on. I probably loaded up my brush a little bit too much, but all I'm going to do is just take the back of my sponge that I used for my foundation and just lightly go around kind of this front and top edge of where my blush. 2 for 3 so far. Let's move on to the highlighter. I think this is the one I'm the most concerned about. I say that like it's a big deal. It's really not. I have a feeling this will probably work just fine for me, so I'm trying to decide how I want to apply this one. Let's try this one with my finger. Actually don't use cream and liquid highlighters super often. I only have a handful that I reach for and use. So I don't know the best way to apply them, but we're going to try it this way. I'm trying not to go too high with this and maybe even place it slightly lower than I typically would because it is a little bit on the deeper side, so I don't want to have like a stripe of like dark kind of yellowy bronze too high up on my cheekbone. Let's go right in on my nose. I just want to see how much sparkle and intensity this will give if I just go like right from the bullet. Probably a little dark for the center of my face, so it is pretty subtle, but it gives a nice kind of healthy glow. It's a little bit sticky. Actually, this one feels a little bit more tacky than I felt the bronzer or the blush. We'll see if that bothers me throughout the day. It did give a really pretty glow right there. I actually don't think it's too dark. I was really nervous that it might be too dark or show up kind of when I angle my skin to the side. I don't think that it is. I don't remember exactly what I paid for these. I want to say it was around like $28. I'll link it when I insert these swatches and the close-up of these for you guys, and also link it down below, but I think they're really pretty. My cheeks look great so far. I'll definitely see how these wear throughout the day. I'll keep using them and playing with them. Update you guys soon, but I imagine just based on my first impression, I'm really liking that so far. I think those are likely going to be a win for me. So let's jump into the eyeshadow palette. This is the one that I feel a little guilty about for a couple of reasons. I just placed an Ulta order like 2 weeks ago, and before that I bought the new Natasha Denona palette, so I really did not need to buy this. This palette alone probably doubled how much this entire order cost me, and I just don't know, you guys. I'm kind of content with just Natasha Denona being my high-end eyeshadow brand. I don't know that I really want to venture into NARS. I'm kind of almost hoping that I don't end up loving this palette, which I don't know. I'm a little worried about my bias here. Clearly, I'm already trying to talk myself out of it, but we're going to give it a fair chance. I'm going to give it a fair review, test this thing out today, try out the formulas for the first time and see what we can come up with. I'm going to insert right here a close-up of the palette, the packaging, and of course these swatches on my arm so you guys can get a closer look at it. This palette was a little bit on the pricey side, which was not a surprise to me. I know NARS products are a little bit on the higher end side, but let's just see what we can create. I really want to see what the quality of these shadows are like. So I'm going to use my rougher brushes today. Let's start off with my number 16 brush right here. I have these two shades in the corner here that look to be pretty similar to each other. Those two right there. This one seems to be a little bit warmer. Let's use the one that's just a little bit more cool. This one right there. Taking that on my rougher number 16 brush, and we're going to apply that to make sure I don't have any creasing all through my crease. For those of you that are big into NARS, what do you think is better? Their eye products, like their eyeshadows, or their face products, like their blushes, bronzers, highlighters? If you had to pick one, what would it be? Okay. That did blend like a dream. That did not take long at all. I'm going to take that same shade on my rougher number 2 brush, and we're going to pop that under the lower lash line. I kind of want to do like a heavy lower lash line today. Like a lot of shadowing under there. Think like I fell asleep in my makeup and woke up and looked like this kind of look. Which is not real. Nobody wakes up in their makeup and actually looks good like that, but you know what kind of vibe, like a nod, like a cleaned up version of the I slept in my makeup look. Okay, still looking pretty good. Let's move on to deepen things up a little bit. Ooh, let's see. Kind of want to keep it a little bit more cool tone though. So let's go in with this shade right here. I want to start building this up on the outer part of the lid. We're going to go back to that number 2 brush. I'm going to build this one up just lightly right here, kind of in the outer third of my lid. And then I might smudge it in and then overlap it with either the gold or the champagne to brighten up the center just a little bit. Okay, and then there's nothing left on this brush. I'm just taking that, kind of running it along that center edge to blend out that edge a little bit and pull some of that color in without making it too dark. Let's go over to this shade right here, this dark kind of charcoaly. I'm going to take just a little bit on the very tip of that brush, and we're going to use this kind of as a liner to really smudge along this upper lash line at the corner. And then with what's left on the brush, I'm just ever so lightly going to pull this under this very outermost corner just to connect it to that outer corner right there. Let's see, I think I want to let's take the champagne first. Might pop a little bit of that gold on the center if I'm not loving just the champagne. So I'm going to take this on my finger and I'm going to start on the inner corner and just tap that towards the center point. Okay, that is gorgeous. I mean, simple brown. I'm sure I have shades like this throughout my collection, but I can't deny that that is a very pretty makeup look. Went on very easily, everything blended gorgeously. That's not a word. I still kind of feel like the color story, I'm gonna have to keep playing with this, obviously. I need some more time to really get to know the other shades inside here. I feel like it's a little bit of a simple color story, which makes me question whether or not it was worth the $50+ that I paid for it, but I can't deny that it does look really pretty on the eyes. The formula is really, really nice. Easy to blend. That shimmer is really subtle and kind of smoothing, but nice and bright. And there are other formulas in here I haven't tried. Like this is more of a metallic, this is more of like a glitter topper. I'll keep playing with it and I'll get back to you guys. Maybe I'll come back and do another look with it. So I kind of feel like it's good right there. I'm actually gonna just put a tiny bit of liner just on my waterline right at the outer corner, just to add a little bit of kind of smokiness and depth right there. I definitely could do without this step. It's just adding a subtle bit more depth right to the lash line. And now let's add some mascara. I'm gonna add a couple coats of my Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. Actually, let me get my mini. We'll take the mini today. I'm gonna apply a few coats of this, then we will come back. I have one more product to try out. We'll be trying out the lip gloss and then we will be finished. All right, you guys, here is the finished eye look complete with mascara. I can't deny that this is a beautiful, beautiful eye look. I don't know that it's unique within my collection. I could probably come up with something very similar to this within what I already own, and that may even include some more affordable or drugstore palettes. But that said, the performance on these was definitely very high-end. They blended quickly, they were very nice and pigmented, they blend together really beautifully. I'm still not 100% sold on if I think this was a good purchase for me or not. That's going to take me a little bit longer to try the rest of the shades out. I can tell they're good quality just based on what I've used so far and the swatches that I've done, but I'll definitely keep playing with it and get back to you guys. But I do really love how this makeup look turned out today. Sometimes when I do a brown or bronzy, just basic eye, it shows that you just can't go wrong with brown smoky eyes sometimes. This is like a classic look that I think would just look good on anybody. But let's move on and finish off with the lips. So here again is the Tower 28 lip gloss. I kind of was thinking this was like kind of cheap. I mean, anything under $20 when you're looking on the Sephora website feels a little bit on the more affordable side. But now that I find it only has 0.13 ounces in it, it has half the amount of the Fenty gloss, I don't know that I'd say it's cheap, but we're gonna give it a try and see how it looks on the lips. So that's a really pretty color. I actually want to try and put it on with no lip liner or anything. We're gonna put it on, I might wipe it off and then add a lip liner, because I almost always wear a lip liner these days. My lips just kind of need a lip liner. Okay, so there it is, just the gloss, no liner, nothing else. Pretty color. I'd say that is like, again, like 50% opacity. It's a little bit more sheer, so if I put something underneath this, it will kind of peek through a little bit. I think this is gonna be a great one to pair with a lip liner. As far as like stickiness, this is really comfortable. It actually kind of reminds me of the feel of the Rare Beauty glosses, which I really, gloss, I have one. I really love that gloss formula, but this one I think looks a little bit more glossy, like it has a little bit more shine to it. I'm not tasting any sugar, which is kind of a point docked for me because I like my glosses to taste a little bit sweet or smell a little bit sweet. But that said, it doesn't smell bad. I just don't enjoy, like I enjoy, it's a treat to put on this gloss, literally. The Maybelline Lifter Gloss, because it smells and tastes a little bit like cupcakes. But I know not everybody likes their lip gloss to also double as their morning snack. So let's add some lip liner. I'm going to take my newer Subculture lip liner. I'm actually loving this lip liner lately. It's very, very neutral and nude. It's kind of like the color of my lips. It's like a Your Lips But Better shade. Remember when everyone used to describe shades as Your Lips But Better? I kind of haven't heard that phrase for a while. It's just like a half step deeper than my natural lip color, and it looks beautiful with gloss on top. I've actually been pairing this with just a little bit of the Lifter Gloss in Opal, which is pretty sheer as well, and I love that combination. I'm gonna fill in just a little bit here. By the way, did I say this is Max Subculture? I'm not sure I mentioned the brand. Okay, so there's a fair bit of lip liner on top. Let's add a little bit of the gloss. And that's gonna do it, you guys. This is the completed makeup look. What do you guys think? How do you guys like these products? Have you tried them out before? I know some of these have been around for a while, not just the specific NARS palette, but NARS eyeshadows in general. Let me know what you guys think about them. Have you never been interested in them? Are they way overpriced for you, or are they some of your favorites? Let me know down below. Have you tried out nude sticks? Have you tried out the Tower 28 glosses? I'm actually really happy with this gloss. I mean, it is super, super comfortable. For those of you that are not fans of sticky lip glosses, I think this one is less sticky than, say, like the NYX butter gloss, but I feel like it gives just as much shine as the butter gloss gives. Again, I got the shade Coconut. I think it's a beautiful shade. Very happy with the Nude Sticks products. I know I'm gonna love this mascara, the full size, when I finally open it up. I will of course keep you guys posted. I'll keep playing with these products and let you guys know my thoughts on them as I kind of get to know them a little bit better, particularly the eyeshadow palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know if you guys picked anything up from Sephora. Thank you guys again for joining me today, for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. It means the world. I hope that you guys are all doing well. Let me give you one last reminder for those of you that have not yet subscribed. Hope that you'll do that before you leave, but that's all I have today. Thanks again, you guys. I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye. Another reason I feel kind of guilty about this video today. It's like, Mandy, didn't you used to focus on affordable makeup? What's up with the like 3 high-end makeup videos in a row? Who are you? Your grandmother would be so ashamed. I am probably just seething bitterness in this video. Oh geez, I'm sorry. You guys, I don't mean to be negative. It's just, I don't know. Anyone else feeling the pinch lately? Pretty sure all of you are. How many times can one family eat at Jimmy John's? So unnecessary, but so delicious. We don't even have a Jimmy John's near my house. Anytime we're out for baseball tournaments though, that is our sandwich place of choice. Turkey Tom with extra tomatoes. Trust me, you guys, the best, simple, delicious sandwich ever. Oh.